Yo, this your boy Sean with Truth. Just beginning, guys, another video. This video is just speaking about the Archons. The Archons infiltration, the Archons Magik, and the Archon Bloodline. How the Archons grow. See, the Archons are these beings that come from dimensions of material. It's like anti-galaxies. It's like anti-law, anti-balance. These motherfuckers. They go against order. They go against what things supposed to be. That's what they truly are. They are a virus, you know. They are a virus. Because when have you ever seen an Archon do good? The only time, confirmation, the only time you're going to see an Archon do good is when they're forced to do something. But usually they don't usually give things up. They usually have to be primed out of their hands. You know, that's an Archon for you. You have to put them against the wall and take everything from them, and then they'll give it up. And they only care about their own kind. Confirmation. They only care about their own kind. So take that for what it is. They don't really give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about you. They only give a fuck about their own kind. They may look like, they may come out as, yeah, they're for you, but they're not. Behind closed doors, they're not. And shout out to Young Elder. I remember Young Elder talked about it. He talked about the the dirty Moors. They'll steal your shit and they'll act like they're looking, they're at, you know, they're trying to help you find it. No, that's the dirty Moors are the Archons. They infiltrate every bloodline with power and royalty. They try to, and they try to fuck it up. They fuck up religion. They fucked up the occult. You know, they fucked up a whole bunch of shit. That's what they do. They fucked up cultures, like the black culture in America, bro. You know why this all fucked up? Because of the Archons. The Archons infiltrated the black youth since, you know, back in the 60s. You know what I'm saying? They got in there. Ever since they joined forces with everybody, with the niggas, that's the Archon infiltration. The Archons was behind that. So they can infiltrate the people and really fuck them up. Because they had a barrier of protection. There was a barrier of protection. If nobody gave their energy to that Archon traitor, Martin Luther King, because that's what he was, as a traitor. He's that Uncle Tom. That Uncle Tom nigga is the one that tries to act like they're for you, but they're not. That dude was a sellout. Martin Luther King was a sellout. He was there to bring in the people to be infiltrated because they've been studying the people. They noticed that they had a barrier of protection. They couldn't do certain things. So they would film things and make it look like it was bad, but really we had protection. It wasn't as bad. We could take the sun. Motherfuckers really, you know, motherfuckers wasn't fucking with us. We had a barrier of protection. We knew who we was. As soon as we got infiltrated, and as soon as we joined forces with these motherfuckers, it was gonna happen naturally. We shouldn't have went off their beat. We should have let it happen naturally. You know, we should have been unified naturally. It would have been more good for us. We wouldn't have been, you know, infiltrated. Tell you the truth. But that's just the Archons. It's not a color thing. No, it's the Archon. Archon is an Archon. These motherfuckers don't have souls, and they feed. They have to feed, and that was a way of feeding, putting us all together. Feed, because we got the most energy, and they've been studying, and they see our quote unquote weaknesses. They may see some things that on other people, but that's not the case for other people. You know, we're not statistics as they think. But that Martin Luther King shit, But that was some Archon infiltration shit. Just like the Archons that infiltrated the Draconians. They always had that Uncle Tom nigga to try to run a pack of them. That's the fake Draconian. Like, that's not how we run. We don't operate like that. We operate like, hey, bro, whoever did the most work, whoever been here the longest, usually get the air of it. And then we tag along, you know, for what it is. We tag along, and that's that. You know, we don't pick who's the whitest motherfucker. We don't pick who's the whitest motherfucker evermore. That's that clone shit. They're stuck on the fourth dimension. The Archons are only stuck on the fourth and the lowest dimensions of this realm. They can't go beyond that. So that's why they're fighting to keep this reality a certain frequency. But they're losing. They already lost. Because they can't go past the sixth. They're stuck on that fourth and them third dimension reality. They can't go on that fifth. They can't go on that fifth. So this is why there's a big attack on certain niggas. There's a big attack on certain niggas, bro. I'm not even gonna front. That's why I'm not tripping for all the bullshit that's going on around me. I know it's the Archons. They don't want me to, you know, I get it. It's a war. I'm not mad. But you gonna hear me speak on what they did to me. Fuck yeah. They stole my money. Fuck yeah, them Archons stole my money. My family stole my shit. Them people stole my shit. Lula, Casey. Yeah, Casey stole my shit. She said I didn't take housing, right? But I got the pictures of the application that I did in the car with Mariah, with the blue hair. And I kept stating with her in the car, I don't have to have a mental problem to get this housing, right? She said, no, you don't. Next thing you know, 2 weeks later, prior to that, after that, she said, since you said you didn't have a mental problem, I couldn't go on the application. I'm like, okay, that's some bullshit. They were just setting me up. That's how I know that was bullshit. Then, when they kicked me out of that place, when they didn't want to pay me my pain and suffering, I said, you guys didn't even give me housing. Casey said, you didn't accept housing. But the funny thing is, Casey's the one that kept pressuring me to take the housing. She said if I didn't take it, I would be in a tent. Think about it like that. I knew it was a setup. Like, bitch, you setting me up. Like, you a narcissist. You just don't know, like, you dumb, bitch. Yeah, Casey stole some shit from me. They used my application, my signatures, to see how to forge my name on some shit. Like, come on, bro. Y'all not slick, and y'all owe me money for that. They owe me money for that. It's not no secret. I literally got the application that I took. It has nothing about mental problems. That's how you know it was a setup. And then they came again. They came again on some shit, trying to get me again with a whole new set of motherfuckers, and I didn't take it. It's like I don't want nothing from y'all. Phoenix, they owe me millions of dollars because they let people, they were behind me getting my identity stolen and me getting fraud done on my name. You know, these people stole a whole bunch of shit from me and they put shit in my name, and they were in charge of, you know, getting that through. Just giving my application to some criminals because they were criminals too. So, you know, it's deep. It's deep. And it's like they're criminals. And it's like, come on now. Criminals. Yeah, they're criminals, bro. They're criminals. But back at the subject at hand. Yeah, these Archons, well, let's go 3 million years ago. Well, let's say we got the Egyptian temples that had set pyramids, dragon pyramids. They destroyed them. You best believe that. We had dragon pyramids, bro. That nigga, certain niggas on the land, you go in that dragon pyramid, nigga, guess what? It does something to your DNA, bro, because we had certain pyramids for certain people's DNAs and who they were. Like, certain niggas didn't go to certain places because your spiritual blueprint didn't tell you to go there. The atmosphere was more alive. Different places had different atmospheres, and niggas wouldn't go there because it was like different realms. Down here it had different realms. many years ago when the frequency was different. It wasn't it wasn't an illusion. This was some real shit going on. So we would go in different parts of this dimension, and we would go in different planes. You feel me? Due to who we are spiritually. And then it got to a point where we got more physical, but niggas still had the spirit in them. And certain niggas were powerful. Yeah, they were powerful. They were beyond magic. So they would go to these temples. Those were the pyramids, or for the people that were beyond the magic. They had the power in them, and the pyramids brought it out of them. Because the pyramids were ancient. And certain pyramids had DNA encoders, you know, in the pyramid. So you go in the pyramid, it does something to your DNA because you're part of that lineage, you know. And there were dragon pyramids, and nigga, just know if you were part of them niggas, you just know that dragon coming out of you. And Set involved with a lot of dragon shit, and they got rid of him. And they changed his name. They studied him. They knew how powerful he was. They knew how much of a force he was. So they demonized that motherfucker. They demonized him, made him the devil in all religions, made the rebels of constraints the demons, the ones that actually break you free and let you know who the fuck's doing you wrong. They demonized that, right? In all religions. This was the act to make the ancient evil of their shenanigans evil to everybody. So everybody's going against the saviors of quote unquote humanity by destroying this bullshit. That's the savior. Because you don't want this shit to run. You know, keeping this shit alive, keeping this shit going means a lot of people are getting fucked up. A lot of people are getting taken advantage of. You know? We don't want nobody getting fucked over. We want everybody to get a fair shake, so we can't keep this shit going on. We can't keep this shit going on. But yeah, they seen how powerful Set was, so they changed the story. Like, there was a time in Egypt where there was these priests that, you know, that was with the real shit. And then, I'm not gonna lie, as time prevailed, people got more sleepier and sleepier. And throughout these times, it was an ethereal frequency that made people go to sleep. People weren't, the ones that were aware never went to sleep. But there was a certain group of motherfuckers that kind of went to sleep through incarnations. And that kind of put the wool over a lot of people's eyes. And that energy kind of pervaded the whole atmosphere to where, you know, they could put something out there and nobody would notice. But there was a certain time where people were putting in false information about mythologies and how the stories were. And, you know, they were like, yo, this ain't the truth. We got the truth. But the whole city don't know it because the whole city been asleep. Certain knowledge, hey, if it's not in your lineage, you're not going to learn about it. If it's not in your blood, you stay out of it. You feel me? Because they knew by the blood. So when the people are around, their heart chakra's not open. They look at that as evil, this, that, and the third. They don't know. They don't know. They've been asleep. So they pushed these people out. They didn't kill them. They pushed them out to where they let these Archons motherfuckers lead the way. They tricked them. Basically, yeah, they got tricked. And then you see this Osiris shit. I'm like, nah, that story with the Osiris shit, don't believe that shit. Don't believe that shit. It may be some aspects that's true that you can resonate to, but the shit they're doing out here ain't true. No, they keep putting it in movies. No, that's how you know that's fake. They're never going to tell you the real story about how the planet was destroyed from Set, and then Set changed this motherfucker. That's why he the god of this shit. They're never going to tell you the real story. Evil never wins. But the ancient evil always wins. That's the ancient evil. The ancient evil ain't the bad motherfucker. But it's the ancient evil that can't comprehend with your morality. Like, you want this shit to persist so you can feel confident going down the street in your Ferrari. Or you want this to persist to make yourself feel like you're appreciated because you get a lot of attention. No. The ancient evil is coming here to destroy this shit whether you like it or not. That's why it's the ancient evil. The thing that goes beyond what you really want. It's that ancient evil, like, nigga, I don't give no fuck whether you like me or not. This is gonna happen. That ancient evil. They're devil. Our savior. They're devil. That ancient evil. Papa said, Big Mama. You know, them ancient demons. And there's ancient demons that ain't in everybody, but there's seals encoded in certain beings. As they awaken or pioneer, you can tap in to certain ancient demons. So there was a point in time where the Great Mother let people channel certain information so we can find it later. But during the years, people use our own shit against us. So basically, try to attack us with our own shit. But the key is to wake the fuck up and be like, wait a minute, this my shit, that shit don't work. Because what they really form is an intranquil spirit. A dark, intranquil spirit. When they summon demons. Certain demons are from Archon parasites, meaning like, that's an Archon parasite they're really forming. You know? Sending with a similar type of frequency that demon is. A lot of the times they can't send demons to you. Those demons are in us. That's not what they think. They're just sending you a lot of negativity attached with the entity related to their attention all the time, because those demons are in us. So why would they fight us? All they're doing is awakening that demon in you. So what they're doing is just sending a parasitic entity to you. But when you rise, those things can't latch onto you because you're too high of a frequency, so it goes back to them. It's literally law. Something can't attach if it can't reach you. When you're on a high frequency, they can't reach you. Not even the highest archon of the celestial deity. If you're past him, he can't reach you, but only try to get you down by trying to provoke you by throwing all this bullshit around you to try to make you think it's something, but it's really not. They can't do nothing. It's all illusions at the end of the day. It's all illusions. It's all a big trick of mirrors. Smoke and mirrors. They use fear and emotion to try to control you. They've been using that shit for years. People just ain't woke up to what they've been doing. I've been peeped it. I've been peeped what these motherfuckers been doing. It ain't hard to see. That's why, you gotta peep it. Don't feel like you're locked into some limited belief, because they love to lock you in, make you feel like you're not powerful. That's why they throw you with religion. That Jesus shit, putting your power into that's some Archon shit. But I can tell the real ones. But still, at the end of the day, you still got to go back to the Great Mother. But I can tell motherfucker Great Mother around them because how much downloads they're getting. I'm like, no, I can tell the Great Mother with them, even if they say God, this, that, but the Great Mother's still with them. I could tell. They ain't connecting to Yahweh. They got the Great Mother. You could just tell certain motherfuckers got her. Whether they know it, whether they intentionally know it or not know it, they got the Great Mother around them. But certain people got that Yadabrov deity, that Archon deity around them, that celestial deity. You feel me? Yahweh, that celestial deity. Some people got him, Yadabrov. A lot of people don't got the Great Mother around them when they speak on God and Jesus. They got that Yadabrov deity. I promise you. That's the infiltrated Archon shit. Because the real shit made you rise, from within. Not pray to something outside of yourself. But always give, salute to the one that gave you the essence to thrive and rise. You always give credence to that, but it's beyond this illusion. It's before this illusion. It's before time and space. Great Mother was always here. Great Mother was always here, so she's before and after. She's this there. So you always give, salute to her. You never keep her out. And the reason why the Archons are so destructive, they're not connected to no source. So these people created entities using negative intent, using recycled energy, and they created entities from a long time ago. And these entities are still here with different names. These entities are still here with different names, like with the name, you can even say Baphomet. They switched that, and they made an entity name that. Baphomet ain't no real motherfucker. Baphomet was just telling you, hey, it's time to show you that you can tame that primal nature. The real shit is not that, but Baphomet, the deity that they created, this is an Archon deity that they got a trickster out there that's reflecting as him. That's what I'm telling you. Not the ancient one that's just telling you, bro, master your fucking self. Not that. We know the truth about that. It ain't really evil, but they did create that Archon deity masking as Baphomet. He's under that sigil of power. You feel me? He is. That motherfucker. They be creating entities. Like, there's certain archangels they created because it's a celestial light. It's celestial. It doesn't come from darkness. It doesn't have a soul. So it comes from the light. It comes from the illusion. It's celestial in its nature. You know, it only can shed light. It can't go through darkness. So it creates darkness from its light. But it can't rise from darkness. It can't. It'll disintegrate. That light will perish. Confirmation with that horn. But they create deities. They create them. Yeah, there's deities out here, they keep changing their name. Because the Great Mother, Papa Set, will never tell you to sacrifice. That's right, they throwing that shit down on his name. Set. That's why he's like, no, don't call me Satan. Don't just call me Set. You can't say, I'm that. No, I'm the new name, Set. That's the name he said. He is at Set. S-E-I-T. Set. I'm not, And he's like, you're not going to put that shit on me, he said. I'm not the evil guy. No, I'm the guy they got to come see in the end. I'm the guy they got to come see in the end. Because there's a lot of traitor spirits that be working with the Archons. The Uncle Toms. This ain't got shit to do with color. But they always got that Uncle Tom motherfucker. The one that they breaded. The Archons groomed to lead. Because the Archons, at the end of the day, if they can get somebody on the same page of them, but on that bullshit and they got the juice, they're gonna ultimately put that motherfucker at the front. Ultimately. For a little bit, because they know they got the juice and they're gonna rise it even higher. So a lot of these little groups, what you see out here, they got niggas that are traitors. There's traitors in there. That's why it's looking like it's at the up and up. No, their light's being drained. Great Mother is burning them up. They can use that light until they can't use it no more. Then that's when the Archons get rid of them. Because it's like, you sold yourself out. Great Mother, you finna meet Set, nigga. Great Mother like, yeah, you gonna meet Set. You can't be a sellout. You get bad karma selling out to an Archon. Like, yeah, you go to hell for that shit. Yeah, you go to hell. You don't want to go to hell. That's where your ass gonna go. Trading off. There's so many people that traded off. So many people traded off. You wouldn't believe it. A lot of celebrities, bro. But a lot of them celebrities are the Archon reptilians. They don't have a soul. They just know how to recycle a lot of people's energy. That's why they put them up there. Everybody putting their fucking idolizations in these motherfuckers, giving them energy. People buying their fucking merchandise, listening to the music, just giving them their energy, you know? And then the traders that they got up there. The traders, some of the traders be siphoning motherfuckers' energies until you wake the fuck up and figure the shit out. Grandmother is gonna do what she do. Sometimes, you know, you ain't gotta go through it, but depending on, you know, who you are, you never know. You never know. But they got the traders out here, though. They do. They got the Uncle Tom. You know. That's that primal being that sold herself to the Archon. The Uncle Tom. That's the Uncle Tom niggas. We don't fuck with the Uncle Tom niggas. Like, nah. I'll never sell out. I don't give a fuck how bad it get, nigga. They been trying to get me. Turn everybody against me. You know, make it real hard for me to get anything. I'm like, bro, that ain't gonna do shit but make me, you know, stand tall, because I know that's just a test to see if I'm gonna take the bait. I'm like, no, I know my backup coming. I'm elevating. I know Archons really can't touch you. They can't touch you when you're not operating on their level. I operate on a high primordial level, so I'm beyond this shit. So my protection is always around me. The veil gets thin because of my awareness. So therefore, anything can come in because of my awareness is beyond this realm. So whenever I put a little bit of energy there, the veil gets thin. So whenever anything can hop in for my behalf to protect me. So if Set wants to come down here, Set can come down here. You know? If my Legion want to come down here, they can come down here. You know? Because my perception is beyond this illusion. It's right there in the Inferno realm with my people, with my path, with my Legion. It's not on this planet. It's right there in the stars with my galactic family. It's not on this third dimensional plane. It's not. They can't fuck with you when you operate on that level. They can't feed off you, bro. You're not playing in the game. That's the thing. Just because you're on Earth doesn't mean you have to play by the Archon game by giving them their energy. That is a lie. I've been standing in 10 toes. I've been standing 10 toes through the wilderness, whatever happens. In the eyes of evil, in the eyes of the stronghold, and they were not able to get me or shake me or take me. So that just goes to show you that these niggas ain't that powerful, bro. These niggas ain't shit. That just goes to show you. You just gotta be strong. Well, you can take these niggas down. These niggas ain't shit. Just can't be scared of them. Can't be scared of these Archons. I don't give a fuck how hideous they are. Nigga, we're more hideous, nigga. They're scared of us because they know our forms. We got many forms. Certain niggas, bro, you're not human. I know I'm not no goddamn human. They know I'm not no human. They know it. They know I'm not no human. Yeah, nigga, I ain't no human. Fuck out of here with that shit. They know it. That's why they be always watching me. But that's gonna end soon. I promise you that. They're not gonna be watching me. They're gonna be scared because they can't watch me no more. They ain't gonna have no access to me. Them satellites ain't gonna pick me up no more. You're not gonna be able to see me no more, motherfucker. I'm telling you. But yeah, and we gotta talk about the Archon magic. See, the Archons believe in sacrifice. They've been doing that in the Mayans, the Aztec motherfuckers. See, they infiltrated that. They always believed in a divine energy. they came in, infiltrated, and said the God was emotional and you had to do certain things to please it. They infiltrated the older traditions and put these falsified traditions just to destabilize those people. Because throughout the years, they knew that wasn't going to hold up and they were going to suck those in. They were going to feed that energy to that Archon deity. And that Archon deity ultimately was going to take over those people. And that was always going to crush the empire because it's at a great imbalance. So that's what you see right now. You're seeing strongholds collapse because that Archon system is always going to collapse due to the imbalance. It's never going to uphold. It's never going to uphold it. And with this magic that they do out here, they got their own little magic. They stole our hand signals because these people aren't creative. Look, these people aren't creative. They steal shit from us. They learned many years ago what we do. The mudras and shit. The symbols. What we do. Everything that they do, that's our shit. Some of that shit is infiltrated. Like, I'll say this Osiris shit. No, don't buy that Osiris shit. Don't buy the Egyptian mythology. The best thing to do is just look at the mythology to take the goddesses. But some of them gods are not real. I would have to say that about Ra. Ra, probably not real. Amun-Ra, yeah. But Ra seems like something scripted from an Archon. I'm just being real. But they're not going to tell you. You got to think there's deities that they made that they put in books. That they want to feed off of you. You just don't know. You just got to peep it. You got to go, like Bobby Hemmings be talking about pre-dynasty. You got to go before the ancient ways before it was infiltrated. That's the truth. So there was a point in time where Set was being repped. That's for the truth. They wasn't just repping an evil motherfucker. That just goes to show you Set ain't evil. Look, they got the helicopters. You hear it. They got the helicopters. They know exactly where I'm at for some reason. Look at this, bro. Come on, bro. They always do this, bro. They always do this, bro. They always do this. They be flying helicopters above my head, bro. Alright, what the fuck? You heard that. What the fuck, bro? That's weird. But yeah, they infiltrate magical systems, bro. And they make it dark so they can suck from it. They can't suck from high magic. They can't. So they have to go in there and corrupt it for them to be able to feed off of it. Because that high level magic they had back in the day would burn them up. They couldn't use it. There's certain things out here, bro. They can't use it. It's too primal. They have to pay a motherfucker to trade their soul to use it, to attack you with it, to try. Because if they use it, they burn up. There's certain things out here, bro, they can't use. So they demonize it. Like, the real primal energy of Set won't fuck with them. They're going to ultimately take all of them down like Set. Like, I'm your enemy, motherfucker. I'm your adversary. I'm your devil. Set says that to these Archons. Like, no, motherfucker. You're not going to summon me. You summon me, I'm going to be your downfall. So they got to have Baphomet, this trickster Baphomet. Not the Baphomet that really represents that power, but the Baphomet of the trickster. They got to have that motherfucker up there with all that corrupted magic, because they can suck that. That's not high magic. That's recycled, vampiric, parasitic magic. It's not good magic. It's not true magic. What they do in Hollywood, not real true magic. They fuck it up. They get little bits and pieces, and then they put their spin on it. You know what I'm saying? Because the shit we do, we don't do that. Real niggas get their power from within. We don't do that shit. The real ones, the real ancient ones, the real royal families that run the earth through their blood. Not these fake families. Like this Illuminati royal families is just bullshit. They're just stealing what we are. the real ancient families. We're the real ones. We're the ones that have it through our blood, through our genetics. These motherfuckers aren't. They say they're this, they're that, but they're the Archons. So what makes them so special if they can't leave this dimension? What's up with these royal families? These royal families of today can't even leave this dimension. So what makes them so royal? That's how you know they stole our context. They stole our identity and put them on it. Like they stole who the real Jews are. And like back in the ancient day, no, the Jews today are the Jews because they got it. Shout out to all the Jews. But the Archons from back in the day, you know, took down the real Jews. But the Jews today are the Jews. You know, shout out to the Jews. I love Jews. You know, the upright Jews will show you how to, you know, utilize money. You know. But there's Archon Jews out there. Infiltrated systems. Well, I'm not going to say all the Jews are like that. You know, some Jews are good people, bro. Yeah, it's not about if you're a Jew or not, just if you're a good person, you know? It's beyond. It's beyond that. That's why I say I love all the Jews, as long as you're not wicked. For real. But I'm just talking about back in the day, the original Jews, you know? The Archons infiltrated that. They definitely did. They definitely did. And they fuck up the magical system so the people can't get power from it. Or they demonize it. You know? Because some systems they can't fuck with because they get burned up. So they gotta give it to you because they know there's certain laws they have to follow. They have to give the people their shit because it's their shit. But they're going to demonize it. There's certain things that they... Confirmation with that cricket. Certain things they have to demonize. Certain things they have to demonize. You know? So you don't have that potential to tap into it. You know, they're like another thing. They do not want you to, you know, fornicate with primal energy, so they always will try to match you with an Archon bitch or a traitor that go off the principles of the Archons or how they do things. The narcissist is built from the Archon. So they groomed a groomed traitor. An Uncle Tom bitch or Uncle Tom nigga. They give you one of them. You feel me? They don't want you to get a divine motherfucker. Like there's white bitches that are divine, but they don't want you to get with them. They want you to get somebody that they groomed for you. The Archon Uncle Tom. You know? I don't give a fuck. The color ain't the color though. Uncle Tom is that traitor motherfucker. Like this nigga's a traitor. He worked for the enemy. That's the Uncle Tom. The Archon. They built the Uncle Tom. You could be a whole bunch of white motherfuckers that's upright and true. And you can have that one white nigga that'll snitch on everybody on some bullshit. That's the Uncle Tom nigga. They're trying to be cool with the ones that's oppressing niggas. That's the Uncle Tom nigga. Ain't got shit to do with all that black nigga acting white. That ain't no Uncle Tom. The real Uncle Tom is the energy. It's the energy. You feel me? That's why they don't want you having sex, though. They try to scare you with diseases. Real probable beings, if they match with each other, you're never going to have diseases from them. But if you get with a traitor bitch, you know them traitor bitches got sexually, spiritually transmitted disease, all type of shit. You ain't supposed to just be fucking everybody because a lot of these motherfuckers are reptilians. Archon traitor bitches. You gotta get deeper with a bitch to find out they're not connected to any Archons or they're not a traitor. Yeah. You gotta get deep with a bitch. You ain't gotta get too deep, but you gotta get deep in her energy. You know, and if a bitch charming you and on your dick and mirroring you, that's a red flag. She's trying too hard. Like trying too hard. I know it was somebody passionate and telling me the truth. But I know when somebody on bullshit, because, you know, you just know it. You just know it. You just know it. You just know it. That's why you just, keep your mind on the truth. And then the truth will come out every interaction you get out of people. Confirmation with a cricket. You'll know if you're dealing with an Archon. Archon ain't got nothing to do with color. Archon ain't got nothing to do with color. You feel me? But they do infiltrate shit. They infiltrate shit. They infiltrated the ancient Moor. They infiltrated the ancient Jew. They infiltrate a lot of shit. They do. They infiltrated the niggas of today. They infiltrated the youth. The motherfucking white people of the day. They make the white people on some weird shit. They infiltrated everybody, bro. They infiltrated everybody. But yeah, bro, you gotta be careful on who coming to you, bro, because a lot of bitches are being sent to you. But there is that one motherfucker that slipped through the cracks. That's the real one that they don't want you to get, because when you get with them, it really destabilizes their frequency. Get with a real primal bitch. You ain't even gotta be the truth. It could be just with a primal bitch that match you. You fucking her, bro, gonna fuck them up bad, bro. Sexual kung fu is real. Sexual kung fu is real. So I'm not gonna lie, during this time, you gotta go look for the primal bitch. Yes. You gotta look for a primal nigga, like, that's matching you. That's pure, that ain't really out here fucking with nobody. But y'all can be fucking with each other. Because you're going to accelerate going through different gates. Because you're going to genuinely love each other. You're not going to just, you got to get with somebody you genuinely love. You're lusting over. You got to have lust there too. You got to have some type of sexual compatibility. But there has to be some type of compassion for them. Certain people can do that. I'm not going to lie. So I have to throw that in there. Certain niggas, hey, if you got a bitch, nigga, you can't do that. If your bitch in your face, then you can't do that. But I'm not going to lie. If something come up and a great mother wants you to do it, and it's a primal motherfucker, you better do it. Because that's a miracle. I look at it like that. For a single motherfucker, like, you get a primal motherfucker, bro, and they're like, compatible, that's a miracle. Because right now, bro, you're going through gates. I'm telling you, bro, it's not the same. You're going through a whole, it's a different atmosphere. I'm telling you, it's not the same no more. Everything is changed, bro. It's more deeper than you think. And the Archons, they don't want nobody real coming to you. So they're giving you reptilians. They're giving you traitors, all type of shit. That's why you always have to have spiritual protection that's on a high vibration. That they can't get in your way. They can't get in your force field. They can't break through your walls. Confirmation. I just scratched my beard. Motherfucking, my hairs. That's confirmation. They can't break through your barrier when you have certain things around you. They can't. And you only attract the real. But sometimes you're in a stage of redirection, so things ain't going to go in that direction whether you want to or not. Whether you want it, or not. It's just going to have to go where your alignment is. Your alignment may not be in that particular area, no matter how balanced you are, because some people just, it ain't that time, but some people it is that time. Yeah, it just depends. But don't let no Archons see you no bitch. You better peep it. You better peep how the Archons are. They use a lot of charm, a lot of glamour magic and shit. Some Archon shit, make them look like they're holy. False light, that's some Archon shit. Make them look like they're divine. That's some Archon shit. Yeah. Anti-light magic is the Archons. They can't use light. The high levels of light that the primal realms scripted. Because, primal beings from the darkness usually utilize light frequencies as formulas. They create it. But the Archons can't harness from that aspect. But they were traders that created deities that the Archons can harness from. You feel me? You feel me? So it's like some bullshit in that. I'm going front. Yeah, bro, it's some bullshit. It's like you got motherfuckers that were working with them at a point in time, and they set some shit up, but they're dying off. This is what this holy war is going on. We're going after these deities. You know? This is what the holy war is really coming about. We're going after the deities and shit. We're going after the Archon strongholds. That's why you're seeing lightning in the sky out of the blue. You know, literally. We're taking them niggas down. So there's a huge cosmic war going on. Spiritual war going on. Believe it or not. They're even in the spiritual realm, you know? Archons. Them Archons are everywhere. Those Archons are everywhere, man. Yeah, you can't escape them unless you go through them. That's the thing with them. You can't run away from them. No, you gotta run right through them. You feel me? I don't run away from Archons. I'm like, you Archon? All right, I'm sitting in a pocket with him. I'm jabbing him. You know, I'm seeing what he got. I don't run from him. That's why I stayed in a pocket at the Motel 6 in them trenches. I'm like, I can't run because they're going to follow like they're doing now. They've been trying to follow me and shit, trying to see if they magic work. I'm like, bro, I'm a master, bro. That shit don't work. Goofy. Yeah, man. It's like, where the cops that, man, that's why I don't go to the fucking feds. I just let them do their job. Tell them what they need to know, because it's like too many people were paid for me to go to the authorities, for me to even trust that from the slightest. So it's like, no, they gotta fix that on their own part. They gotta actually want to do their job if they think they're fighting for justice. No, you get the crooks out the fucking camp if you really want me to collaborate and talk. No, do your fucking job, because y'all know what y'all know. Y'all know what y'all know, so it is what it is. I ain't gotta, hit y'all up. Y'all want me to parlay. That's it. They want me to hit them up. The feds want me to hit them up, bro, because they want me to fuck with them. But it's like, hey, bro, do your goddamn job. Give me my motherfucking identity. Give me my money. And that's that. This ain't no, friend thing, nigga. It's, hey, do your fucking job. Shout out to the primal feds up there. But y'all just there to do your job. I'm here doing my job. Like the same niggas that want me to hit them up, or some of the same niggas that been trying to kill me and been watching me. Flying planes above my head all the time and shit, The Archon is in the government. They're traitors in the government. You feel me? Because I know there is some primal feds out there out of the many other reptilian motherfuckers. There are some good ones up there. But a few in a dozen out of all the other ones trying to get me. Like, come on, y'all want me to hit y'all up. Oh, okay. Like, what? What the fuck are we going to do? You want some coffee with me or something? What we going to talk about? How the weirdos in the government put me in a government experiment ever since I was a kid and took my identity from me? Come on now. What we gonna talk about? How I was in a government cover-up program? What we gonna talk about? That it was unpaid for, that I survived and conquered? What we gonna talk about? What we gonna talk about? You feel me? We're going to talk about the whole city was coming against me and the cops didn't do shit. And they knew about it. What we going to talk about? There's nothing really to talk about. You feel me? There's nothing really to talk about, to be told. I'm still trying to figure out what is there to talk about. I don't know. It just seems like a lot of bullshit to me. But yeah, the Archons out here, bro, they ain't shit. Just know that. They ain't shit. They ain't shit. And they got your traitors. You just know that. A lot of the end times, we're going to get a lot of traitors. A lot of traitors are going to get their judgment publicly. That's a part of the prophecy in the end times. They get like a lot of people that were Uncle Toms are going to get publicized about their inhumane acts on the primal ones, and just all the other NPCs that ain't involved with the bullshit that may be attached to this reality, but they're not bad. You know? Not everybody without a soul is bad. Some people just have good morals on them, moral standing on them, through behaviors of being grown up as having good people around them. Even the ones with no souls are good ones. Some of them, even those people, like, they're going to be publicized about their inhumane acts on humanity. All of them. And then it's going to be judgment. Public judgment. I don't know what that may sound like. I don't know how that may seem. But public judgment. Motherfuckers fucked up. Motherfuckers fucked up. But yeah, the Archons is really, you can tell the Archons are out here because there's always something out here that's trying to take your focus away from what you're doing. That's the Archons for you. There's always some beef going on. There's always some hip-hop beef. That's some Archon shit. And the Archons will put people out there that talk about what they're doing to get you focused on what they're doing, to make them think that they're powerful. That's the Archons. Shout out to hip-hop. But shout out to the animal Jaguar. I love that animal. But that animal, Jaguar, there's an Archon that's named that. That basically a trader. They just tell the dirt of the same motherfuckers they working with behind closed doors. They make it look like they're not together, but they're all together. Just like Kevin Hart. They made it look like he exposed the motherfuckers. No. That's controlled opposition. That's exactly what that is. Controlled opposition, like even with David Icke a little bit. Controlled opposition. Young Pharaoh, controlled opposition. They got that boy. There's a couple of people that's controlled opposition. Charleston White, controlled opposition. Kai Cenat, he's an Uncle Tom. Yeah, Kai Cenat is an Uncle Tom. I Show Speed, yeah, Uncle Tom. Tank, Uncle Tom. Straight up. I mean, Canelo, Uncle Tom. Straight up. Yeah, Canelo is a representation of the clone Draconian. I love Canelo. But Canelo is a representation of the clone Draconian. Come on, man. They manufactured Canelo. Believe it or not. They groomed that nigga. Just look at his logo. That's how you know they groomed him. Because he's only doing what they're telling him to do. They made that bitch look hella Masonic. And that Masonic shit, that's the Archon shit now. That was our shit. Back in the day, that was our shit. Nah, dude, they fucked it up so much, them rituals aren't the same no more. Because they can't take our high-level magic. So they'll burn up. They'll fuck up. They'll end up causing a great downfall because that's primal energies they can't tap into. So they have to tap into dark and tranquil energies like forces, people giving them a leg up, deities from the primal realm. The traders, they got taken down, but before they got taken down, they give them legs up. They see what the Archons, because dark energy, you get attention from other dark forces. So yeah, they'll tell them about some dark entities they can tap into. Of course. And that's what's going on right here with the Masonic lodges of today. They just got dark rituals that they do to get shit. That's not ancient rituals to give you power, but dark rituals to suck you. It's different. It ain't the same. It's to cause weird shit to happen. It's not the same. Real ancient motherfuckers don't do blood sacrifices. We don't touch children. We don't do none of that. We get it from the mud, nigga. And that's why we got the best impact. We don't take a shortcut. We make a shortcut, but we don't take a shortcut. We can make a shortcut through our power. So that's not really cheating. Because it took power to get here. We don't take a shortcut fucking nobody over, taking their energy. We'll take the enemy energy. We'll take the traitor's energy. We'll take a motherfucker coming at us energy. We won't just go out here and take the energy of children in an instant. We don't do that. Set don't do that. So Set's like, don't you dare put me in that. The adversary is the devil that's coming at y'all. He said, for the primal ones are upright, Set's saying, I'm not your enemy. I'm the one that comes to you when it's time to rise for some of y'all. And some of y'all, I'm your children. It's a part of the test of the primal beings, because you got to think. Great Mother always sends her ancient ones to guide a certain primal beings, bro. Yeah. That's how they do it. And then, yeah, it's kind of how it goes. Some of the most ancient shit be around some of us. Because, nigga, you with them. So it lets me know you just don't know who you really is. Straight up. But yeah, man, these Archons. Hold up, bro. These Archons, they out here. These Archons, they out here, though. They moving. They doing this, they doing that, but we running it back. We running it back. We're doing what they didn't want us to do. We're taking it back with our energy. We rise and we awaken, and they can't do nothing about it. Yeah, we rising. But yeah, man, I don't know if there's anything else I can add on to that. I think we done said what we said about how the Archons infiltrate. Yeah, the Archons will infiltrate. They'll infiltrate governments. They'll use aliens that are Archons, like the reptilians. They only, like, you can have fifth dimensional beings that don't have souls up there, because you got to think, that ain't too far. That's just thought, a different type of form of energy. But they can't pass that realm, bro. That's why they try to keep you at a certain frequency. Because once you keep elevating, you get the realm past a certain frequency, it's hard for them the motherfuckers to be around. That's why they get traders, try to send them thoughts to people that ain't really past a certain threshold to, get them on some dark shit so they can infiltrate. That's basically how the Archons are. Archons, they're all about control and delusion and confusion. They're the kings of that. They're not the gods or nothing. But I give them their king of that. They are that. For sure. Yeah, they definitely are the kings of illusion. Because that's what they be doing. Whole bunch of illusions. Oh, here we go. Hold on, give me 1 sec. I'm looking for something. Looking for this tobacco. They be hiding. They be hiding on you. Yeah, but they be on their bullshit, but we be on our shit. That's why, really, when a nigga on their shit, they can't do nothing. Because they can't access your energy. You on a whole nother frequency. When you don't play their game, they can't do nothing. You run your script. They can't break into your script. That's why you really got to stay locked in. Through it all, you do got to stay locked in so Your script can be interrupted. It can be uninterrupted when you just focus on what you gotta do. Well, I thought I had some more. I guess I don't. Well, I'll be damned. But that's about it, though. I really don't, I ain't got really too much to say on that. I think there was a download. Oh, yeah, I do got this. I was about to download, I don't really want to take your time up. I think that's about it, covering the Archons. Talked about the Magik. Talked about how they infiltrate. Talk about the Uncle Toms. How they suck. They suck the life out of innocent motherfuckers and shit. That's how you know they're not real. They always gotta suck. They always gotta suck. That's the ancient vampire. That's the ancient old vampire. The real ancient vampires, they get things out of chaos. Let's just say there's a big explosion in the cosmos. They can get energy from that. Or there was a fight that broke out. Niggas acting up. They can get energy from that. But they're not going to be getting energy from harming motherfuckers. They're not them type of weirdos. They're just vampiric in know how to consume power from chaos. That type of vampire. That Archons aren't those type of vampire. These type of motherfuckers are terrible. They're terrible. You know what's going on. The ones that's fondling with other, little ones, that's Archon shit. They can't get no energy other way, but they're greedy. They don't want to be stuck having their shitty energy, so they want to get energy from the primal ones. Or the innocent. Now, you know how I go, man. They on bullshit. Yeah, they be on bullshit. Straight up, they be on bullshit. Yeah, they be on bullshit. You just gotta be on the lookout, bro. Don't think all the women that you see, all the niggas that you see that look good, a lot of them ain't human. A lot of them ain't with souls, and a lot of them are reptilian motherfuckers. A lot of them are Archons, just like you know. Archons don't have souls, that's why they sucking you. Yeah, the Archons don't have souls, that's why they sucking you dry. They don't have shit going for them. The Archons ain't doing nothing. So they looking for you. Yeah, bro. They think they know you, but they don't know you. If you're not operating on a high frequency, they can read you. But if you're operating on that frequency of unpredictability, of what your truest nature is, they can't study chaos, but to know that it's always changing. It's never settled. That's the type of energy you got to be in for you to shake off the Archon, because they really can't deal with true chaos. They can't. They don't have it in them. Literally, they don't have it in them to deal with true chaos. So you can override any type of Archon hold if you can really tap into your real chaos. But that takes shadow work. It does take you to go in the depths of darkness and rise from the ashes. It does. It does. But once you do that, you become unbreakable. You do. And I'm the walking blueprint. These niggas bent. I just heard something behind me. These motherfuckers been trying to hold me back. These motherfuckers been trying to stop me. But I'm still here. Still pushing. Still elevating. Throughout it all. No matter what. They don't like it. I love it. They hate it, I love it. But that's about it, though. I don't want to make this too long. That was a good hour. Had to get that out. The Archons, man. They ain't us, but they look like us. But yeah, man, if you guys want to hit that Cash App, the Cash App will be in the description box below, man. A nigga could use it. And Primal Feds, if you really want me to talk to y'all get them hackers off my shit. Y'all know how to do y'all job. I'm out. Peace.